It's 9 minutes past midnight. Welcome to Live with Rex, episode 197. We're getting closer to that 200 mark in terms of how many episodes. But we're also getting closer to August. That's crazy. And it's also be the first August in a couple of years where I'm not going to go out and buy the new sets. So I've been getting that asked a lot lately. I'm not going to pick up any. So I've not picked up a Lego set in a while. And the last one I picked up was over a month ago, and it was the Hay Scooter. It was the Yoda's Hut set with the X-Wing from 2004. But guys, for the 200th stream, I do have a build planned. And I've had these sets in my collection. The fact that I've had these, by the way, this is unheard of for me. I rarely ever have stuff sealed in my collection for more than a week, maybe 2, right? I think there was that 2 or 3 week wait we had with the ATAP that we built for 4,000 subscribers, and that Luke's land speeder that I bought back in January that didn't get built till May. But check these. So these two here are sealed. These are the Hoth Battle Packs from 2010 that came out to celebrate 30 years of The Empire Strikes Back. That movie is now closer to 50. I still remember seeing these when they came out, but these are both sealed. I picked those up in January because I saw them on eBay for a good price, and I had those sets back in the day, so they're very nostalgic. And I've just not found the time to actually go out and build the things, unfortunately. And I'll be honest, of course I was going to build the cooler sets first, but what we're doing tonight's going to be short. I am tired. I have had a very, very busy weekend. We didn't stream on yesterday, which I'm aware of that. Well, technically we've not streamed for 2 days because this stream is taking place after midnight. For those battle packs, I'm going to build for my 200th stream. Now, on purpose, so tomorrow I'm going to do stream 98, and then you'll get 99. So you'll get 2 streams tomorrow for Monday. But see, for Tuesday, right, there will be no morning streams. I don't want to build them in the morning. I'm going to build them at night. So on Tuesday, stream 200, we'll build the battle packs from 2010. We will unseal them, which I know will upset people. By the way, I've just been organising this stuff. I know it will upset quite a few people, but the Hoth Battle Packs from 2010, it's not like I'm opening a sealed UCS set from back in the day that's worth its weight in gold. Those battle packs that came out at the start of 2010 are not worth much. Like, they are not worth much at all. Like, put it this way, right? I'm going to get this box back in here one way or another. Oh! I hit that shelf there. Now, the only real damage I just did there, some minifigures are going to need stood back up. Thankfully, the mass amount of clone troopers did not fall. No, that's the 2010 set to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Empire. No, the deal, here's, put it this way, right? The Clone Walker Battle Pack from 2009, that set's iconic. That set is about 35 to 40 opened, and it's well over 100 sealed, right? These sets here, the ones from 2010, you can buy those opened for £11 each, and I paid 20 each to have it sealed. So as far as battle packs go, it's all the Clone Trooper ones that really were worth the money. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 of the Imperial ones sell for a bit, but in the realm of battle packs, they're not the stupidly valuable ones. And I've got a good idea as to why that is the case. Think about it like this, right? Nice. Put it to you this way with the battle packs, right? If you ordered one that was just clone troopers, you could use those on any mock for anything, right? But if you order a rebel battle pack that's snow troopers, you're only really going to buy a couple of those anyway because, well, unless you're building a Hoth mock, they're not going to have a lot of use to you. I didn't buy them because I'm doing a Hoth mock. I bought them because the nostalgia of that era of LEGO Star Wars for me is very strong. I was going to fix the very few figures that got victimized by me tripping and bumping. You know what? We did not too bad on that one. Only a couple figures actually fell over. The shelf can't fall over before anyone brings it up. I've put wall ties through the shelf into the wall. You're all stood up again. It's just these ones on return that, like, most of the figures on my shelf are connected to studs, but there's a few that are freestanding that do unfortunately have the flaw of they will fall over if the shelf is nudged. I could fix this realistically, right, by going out and buying a crap ton of those CMF stands. I've just never actually went ahead and done it. Yeah, fair enough. See, I do want to branch out into other LEGO themes, and I think because of the new Star Wars stuff not being that good, most of my monies went into the Complete Saga project that you see up here, filling in those gaps. And all those gaps are pre-order. Of course, I'm working on the LEGO Batman one. Again, I've got a bunch of pre-orders for that. I know it's probably been nearly, if not a month, since that last got an episode. It's been a while. Next year, I think I'm going to finally do something I've been wanting to do for a while and go head on with a bunch of old LEGO themes that I really like that aren't Star Wars. It's not that I don't want to collect Star Wars stuff. That's always going to be my main theme, but there's a few themes that I really want to buy sets from, and I'm going to finally start doing that. Not to mention, right? Granted, there is still time left for it to happen this year, but I desperately... What's in this bag? Right, okay. I desperately want to bring back reviews on my channel. I don't remember what the last thing we reviewed was, and I'm going to guess it was over a year ago. No, I think the last thing we reviewed was the V19 Torrent from last year's Summer Wave. There we go. I did see that. See, here's the thing. The Star Wars 50th anniversary stuff might be good. I'm not saying that it won't be, but I don't expect all the hype to go somewhere. It's a lot of the people who are giving it positive vibes, like, at least from what I've seen, are people who are newer to the Lego Star Wars fandom. But see, when you've seen what they've done previously for anniversaries and big events, personally, the two anniversaries, Lego have not done the anniversaries that well. Out of all the anniversaries that Lego have covered, I think the two best well done ones in terms of presentation and execution, 2007 for the Star Wars 30th anniversary lineup. I mean, look, we got the UCS Falcon that year. We got a whole bunch of original trilogy sets. They did stay away from the prequels quite a bit that year. We did still get a few, but that year was more original trilogy orientated. And of course, 2009, getting the Chrome Vader and all those cool sets for the 10th anniversary as the Lego Star Wars brand was brilliant. But sadly, there's just... they don't seem to want to do that kind of thing anymore. Right. I'm actually going to try and start repairing one of the Pharaoh's Quest sets. The CMFs are cool. I used to own the entire set of the Simpsons CMF. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Just as a relaxation thing during the stream, I'm going to put this Pharaoh's Quest build back together. I have the bag that contains the rest of this somewhere. No, but Marty McFly's in there. This is the bag. We'll put this back together. Because I think it'd be a cool game topper or somewhat. I'll admit, see, from rearranging the room all those months ago, we have lost a certain aspect to my display. There's a way that this goes together. Right, okay. I do need to find a bit to clip onto that. This set is the Cobra Attack, or some set. The names are something along those lines. From Lego's Pharaoh's Quest. Love this set. And here's the thing: I want some of my Pharaoh's Quest stuff out on my display during the room tour, so I'm getting this stuff fixed. I didn't buy. This is the biggest set I bought from the Pharaoh's Quest lineup. See, last year I went through a phase of just buying every single Lego Pharaoh's Quest thing that popped up for sale on my eBay for a bunch of my sellers, because it's a theme that I have nostalgia for, and I mean a lot of nostalgia for. The only thing I can't rebuild that's in my collection is the plane, because it's made of that one old dark Lego color. Chima's cool, but I never got into Chima when it was out. So this is the Cobra Attack from Lego. I think that's the name of it. It's a Curse of the Cobra or something like that. From Lego Pharaoh's Quest. By the way, you have no idea how good it feels actually having one of my Pharaoh's Quest sets back together. I have the little Jeep that goes with this as well, which is on my shelf right now. 2011, Lego's Pharaoh's Quest is just... See, when it comes to themes that were just really cool that didn't get a chance, Pharaoh's Quest is always my go-to when that topic comes up. Because it was such a uniquely cool theme that just didn't get to go where it could have went. I thought the minifigures in the theme were cool. The final wave is from either 2015 or 16. I do also have this bit of scenery from Pharaoh's Quest. I think Pharaoh's Quest is just going to have to live up here. or it's going to have to live in random segments throughout my shelves. Well, I'll show you where I've put the set. I really do like the theme. I do have the car down here. We'll move the car. I also have one of the Mummy Warriors right there. See, Pharaoh's Quest was pretty cool. Pharaoh's Quest is on my top 10 favourite LEGO themes. And it always surprises people because it's a non-Star Wars one. But see, I was a kid back when this came out, so I remember it really well. I have to move these. These are customs based off Better Call Saul. We've got Mike Ehrmantraut and Saul Goodman. They're going to have to live somewhere else, because I'm putting the car from Lego's Pharaoh's Quest up here. That way, at least Pharaoh's Quest, when we do the room tour, I won't have all the sets. Fortunately, like I said, I had the plane set, and it's made of the same red colour. So it was brittle, and it came apart really badly, to the point where I can't repair it. I'd have to buy new parts. There we go. We got one of the Mummy Warriors. So probably, I probably have a bunch of Pharaoh's Quest stuff along here. It's a Lego theme that I like. Obviously, like, I'm mainly a Star Wars guy, like, when it comes to Lego, but Pharaoh's Quest was just... Yes, Pharaoh's Quest only ever got one wave. I don't have the space for it, but I plan to buy it and just keep it aside till I do have the space. The biggest set in Lego's Pharaoh's Quest I always thought was cool. But we'll just add into my non-Star Wars side, I suppose, in this stream right now. Speaking of non-Star Wars stuff, but it'll be going in the display case, we have Lego Monster Fighters. I have a little bit of that. I did dive into that theme as well. I'm just going through what I've got here and trying to do some stuff with it. That way, at least one of the bags is finally being went through. I'm fixing this bit right now. It is the rib cage or some of the bones that is found in the Wampa Cave. So I can fix that out back on the display. I think that might... No, there's a little bit more of it here. A whole bunch of the Lego's Pharaoh's Quest stuff is in here, though. Actually, there's a lot of it. Do you know what? That's all right. I'm actually enjoying. Finally, I was kind of dreading, admittedly, going through these bags and trying to make sense of all of it, but I'm actually having a good time with this. So I'm saying, even if I only do a small amount of it, that's still something of this that's been done. Yeah, there we go. So I just need to give you the snake. And I've managed to get this Wampa spine repaired, so I can add that back into his cave. The Lego's Pharaoh's Quest, like I said, it will just be spotty and just random in random areas, but I'm just happy that I'm able to put the theme back on my shelf because, like I said, within my top 10, I would eventually like to buy the other sets that are from the theme. Monster Fighters was such a here it is and then it's gone kind of theme, to be honest with you. It never hung around that long. Or at least it didn't feel like that it did. I remember seeing Monster Fighters on store shelves in 2012. And that is a nostalgic experience. I own two of the sets. Ironically, I own the smallest, like, non-polybag set, which is the Swamp Creature, and which is from this set. And I own the big mansion that was part of that theme. Those are the two that I did get. Well, in the last couple of years that I have went out and bought, I should say. Right, I've got a whole bunch more of the figures here from Pharaoh's Quest. Despite the fact that I know at some point I'm going to have to go out and repurchase one of the sets technically, it's good. I have most of it ready to go. Got the bike here for Jake Rains as well as Jake Rains is the main character. In fact, no, this guy's not called Jake Rains. But yeah, Jake Rains is the name of the main character in Pharaoh's Quest. I remember years ago I had the idea, and I don't know, this might become an implemented thing. I want to build an army of like the mummy warriors and stuff from Pharaoh's Quest because I like the theme that much. And Lego's Pharaoh's Quest, like with the exception of I think the biggest set in the wave, like the Big Pyramid, it is one of the most affordable Lego themes you can go after. Especially if it's, you're looking for a Lego theme that will like limited amount, like limited run. It is great on that end. I do have some other interesting non-Star Wars figures in here. I've got a surprisingly expensive minifigure in here. I've got from Lego Scooby-Doo. She's worth surprisingly good amount of money. Lego Pirates was all right, but I think Lego Pirates, like, there's only so much you could do with that theme. It was like either have a pirate stronghold or a ship. Here's a really expensive minifigure, right? Velma from Lego Scooby-Doo. That's one of those ones that people kind of get shot by. I do have some Monster Fighters figures in here as well, by the way. We were talking about that. Now, the vast majority of my stuff for Monster Fighters is currently in the mansion, but here's some of the stuff that isn't. Modern Lego City, I don't like, but see Lego City 2005 to 2012. See when they started doing the whole, like, you know, I would get a different theme for, like, so you have, like, they were exploring in the Antarctic and stuff like that. When Lego City, they did the police theme, but they put the police in the swamp. That was one of my favourite things they ever did with it. I have this ready to go off the shelf as well. A Hoth Snowspeeder. Well, I think we're going to start packing up, but I'm glad that I was able to open up a bag and actually make some progress. This is one of my favourite minifigures from Monster Fighters because these minifigures can glow as well. See, after the stream, I'm probably going to end up looking up the prices of the rest of the Monster Fighter sets. I'm running out of space in general for Lego, which is maybe telling because I've not bought a lot of it recently. But like I said, I am planning to get the content on here up and running again. I'm looking into different. There's one of the teeth of the soil. I'm looking at different ways of filming things. They could really change it up a bit. But yeah, like I said, I'm always into the idea of innovating and seeing what is possible. As for my collection and my display, I mean, look, you've got the Indiana Jones plane that hangs behind me in all my streams. I have thought about doing something similar of that with certain sets to see if that would work. I don't know if it will, but I'm happy. We've got one of the sets that was kind of stuck in the bag for months back on the shelf. I'll show you the Pharaoh's Quest, the stuff that I've got up in a moment. The one annoying thing, like I said, is I can't have that plane. But other than that, I mean, the plane that many of the pieces is gone, like cracked because of what colour they are. I've more or less lost the whole thing. But I'm probably just at that rate just going to buy another copy of the set. So yeah, we've got a productive almost half of an hour. Check this. Oh, this is the other Monster Fighter set I've got. this one I have a lot of nostalgia for. Put that there. Let's come over here. Give you guys a second. That's what we got. Now, I think it's not the best display for the theme in the world, but you know, it's a place where it fits. And I'll admit, I'm actually going to move these guys over this way. But I was able to kind of purpose use the bottom of, apart from when I almost break it, the bottom of the Lego Batman stand, since Lego Batman figures won't come down this far, and I can usually just avoid them during filming. I could put them on this lip of the shelf, but see if my head hits the wall or anything like that, these will go everywhere. But yeah, this, with a dead clone trooper involved, this is my Lego Pharaoh's Quest. So I've actually set up a new thing. No, I do not. But anyway, this concludes tonight's live stream. We did get some stuff done. And yeah, I'll see you guys probably later on today before I go to work with a stream. And then afterwards, and then Tuesday for the 200 stream, we're building these 2 retro battle packs from 2010, which are currently sealed. I'll see you later, man.